Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If it is your first time, I'm Justus, and this channel is all about automobile and aviation fun. And today we're going to talk about how to make flying a little bit more safe with the Sentry Plus. So recently just picked this up from Sporties. We're going to do a quick unboxing and then I'm going to go fly with it. I was using a Bad Elf Pro Plus for a little while, but it's just GPS. It's not the ADS-BN. So I'll tell you a little bit about my decision to switch over to the Sentry Plus. There we go. So take out the little Sentry box, nothing else in there. And inside of here, we've got the unit itself. Got a power cord right there. It's USB to USB-C. And we also have the RAM mount, which I also use RAM for my iPad and my iPhone. So love their stuff. To share a little bit more about the Sentry Plus, I'm going to take you on a couple of trips that I went on recently with a handful of friends. So as you may have seen, I do fly out of North Perry. I've heard it be called North Scary before. I think that's because of how much air traffic there is in the area and how complex the airspace is there. So on this particular trip where we're going to Key West, whenever we depart from North Perry, we're going to take the coastal route. So when you head east from the airport, you're flying right outside of Fort Lauderdale's Charlie airspace and you're going underneath Miami International's Bravo airspace. And then once you get to the coast, there's often a lot of planes flying banners. So the air traffic there is just, it's very busy. This Sentry Plus comes in so handy for being able to have another eye in the sky. I mean, of course, we always try to get flight following and they're gonna help out as well. But like with anything in airplanes, it's great to have redundancies. And so the Sentry Plus really gives me that peace of mind because I'm also flying with Foreflight on my iPad and my phone. So I'm able to pull in that ADS-BN traffic right there on my phone and my iPad. And also on the way to Key West, we got to a certain point where we couldn't even get flight following anymore. So the only other way to see traffic would either be by looking outside of the plane, which we're always doing anyway, or having an extra tool like the Sentry Plus. So really glad that we had this on board with us during that trip. And then next up was the Marco Island trip. And today we are back at Flight Center Academy International and we are going to be flying over to Marco Island. Along the way I'm going to have my Sentry Plus, which has proven to be extremely helpful on the last flight and so glad I got it. So when it comes to flying to Marco Island from North Perry, you're departing the opposite direction, you're departing west. And whenever you're flying out of the airspace to the west of North Perry, you're going through an alert area. In close proximity, you have the Fort Lauderdale Airport, you have North Perry, you have Opelika, you have Miami, Miami Executive. There are a lot of airports that are concentrated right in that area. And so a lot of those areas that are just right outside of the city above the Everglades or above the swampy area, they're alert areas. Being able to have that Sentry Plus and see that traffic on Foreflight, it really adds another layer of peace of mind. And then of course, once you get to Marco Island, it's a non-towered airport. And so you're relying on everyone to call in their positions as they're entering and exiting the pattern. And so having the Sentry Plus really helps again create that redundancy of being able to see where the air traffic is around the airport. In addition to being able to have the live traffic and weather from the ADS-BN, the Sentry Plus does a lot of the same things that the Sentry does. So you're also going to get the carbon monoxide monitor. You have AHRS, so you'll be able to use synthetic vision. You also have WAAS GPS, so it's going to give you your position within a meter of accuracy. And also it's going to give you these flight recordings, so you'll be able to analyze your flights after you finish them. With the Sentry Plus, though, compared to the original, you're going to get a few other benefits too. So you'll also get the live display here. There's a G-load meter. And also you have a longer battery life. So long story short, I'm extremely happy that I went with this, especially for new pilots. I highly recommend getting a Sentry Plus if you're using Foreflight as that redundancy, if you already have ADS-B equipment in your plane. Really happy I got this, got it from Sporties. I'll leave a link in the description below. If you have any other questions, make sure you leave them in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.